Yo, what up, Street Talks? There, Kim. All right, some quick photo turbo thoughts. So, some ideas in my mind this morning. Photography as being social, photography as a social experience and thing. Also, all photos you shoot instinctually are good, and so forth. And also, another turbo thought is maybe with like your car, your possessions, and things, assume like you're just only going to shoot in black and white, and therefore optimize for that. So whether you get a white car, a black car, gray car, whatever it is, imagine that in monochrome will just be rendered monochrome. But anyways, so I think first and foremost, this notion that photography is a social experience. So if you think about Snapchat, the idea of sharing the moment, it seems that to be able to share the moment instantaneously and as effectively and efficiently as possible is great. So for example, my mom's in Korea right now, and so I'll Kakao video her, which is like the Korean version of WhatsApp, and send her videos, do video calls with her and stuff like that, do updates with little baby Seneca and stuff like that, and also using the Kakao Talk desktop app, and then I'll just drag and drop JPEG photos that I've shot on the Ricoh, or even videos and movies that I've been shooting on the Ricoh GR3 and sharing with her. And I think that the more we realize that photography is a social experience, the better, because there's this strange myth of this lone wolf artist who doesn't interact with the world, and in some ways, it's nowadays it's considered cool to be antisocial, which is kind of bizarre. It's like the whole antisocial social club notion, and I think it's essentially breeding a generation of insecure kids who feel that the only way that they could feel secure about themselves is by $100 Supreme t-shirts or streetwear and stuff like that. Essentially, everyone's trying to cover up their insecurities. But I think that the more we can make photography social, the better. And even something I realized in I was in Seattle and talking to some of my workshop students and just thinking about photography in general. It seems that let's say you're out shooting pictures and you got whatever camera you got around your wrist or your neck, and everyone's always trying to size each other up, but it's kind of strange because then everyone acts standoffish, and it's oh, what camera is he shooting with, and da-da-da-da. But it doesn't matter, because we should all be in this photography fellowship where we should all think about mutual flourishing as photographer artists. And then so next time you see another photographer on the streets or something, rather than just kind of eyeing their camera and it's oh, does this guy think he's better than me or whatever, just wave and say hello and say, oh, enjoying shooting and stuff like that, and chat it up. And think of all photographers like your friends. There's no any photographer who tries to be competitive is, in my eyes, a loser, because photography is not a zero-sum game. It's a game of mutual flourishing. Even our best friend Peter Thiel says in his book 0 to 1, escaping competition is a good one. So anyways, just photography is social. Call up your friends, attend the workshops, shoot with your friends, share your photos with your friends, send more videos, whatever have you. Okay, so that's the first thought. The second thought is, so I was making an espresso this morning, and I was thinking to myself, one doesn't need to force themselves to make their morning coffee. It's just it's something you almost must do, and it's something that we enjoy doing. I mean, granted, we're all addicted to caffeine, so it's kind of like a drug. And so for me, maybe photography is also my drug, where there's so much of us who have a hard time being inspired and motivated to make pictures, but we don't need motivation in order to make our morning coffee. It's just something that we almost do it without thinking, and also we do it because we almost need it. It's we get withdrawal if we don't, right? If you ever try to abstain from caffeine or coffee or stimulants for 24 hours, the horrible headache that ensures. So maybe the best way we should approach our photography is kind of the same thing, where Photography is part of our life ritual, and we just kind of do it without thinking. So think about photography and coffee. So those are just some quick turbo thoughts to kind of get you going. Allow yourself to shoot whatever you want. Also, as a creative assignment, you could even just shoot all your photos in macro mode. Macro mode photography assignment's a good one. And Ricoh GR3 is awesome because the close macro mode function is very close. And the more you allow yourself to shoot anything and everything, the more you'll thrive.